fear or faith, choose. What should you do? Tell us
Yeah.
about this.
Okay, so fear and faith both require you to believe in something that you can't see.
That's it.
And so when you're given the choice, what would you rather do? And I mean, this comes down to visualization, essentially, because everybody visualizes whether you know you're doing it or not. Okay, it's you know, I mean, I take time to sit and visualize, and then throughout the day I'm visualizing. But even if you don't know what visualization is, you're still doing it every day. And unfortunately, 95% of the world are visualizing things that they don't want. Why would you know, if you've got the choice, why would you choose to think about things you don't want when you can think about the things that you do? Because ultimately, the more you focus on that, the energy goes to that situation, and that is what you start to create in your life, in a nutshell. But you know, you want to choose, you want to have faith in what it is that you're trying to create. You want to have faith in where you're trying to get to in life. And you know, once you condition your mind to the point where a bad thought or a negative thought, because this is all a big paradigm battle. It's a battle within your own mind, which I'll come to later, perhaps. You know, you choose faith. You choose faith, and you keep on repeating that constantly, over and over and over again. And that is what allows you to move through. Because as soon as you start to accept fearful thoughts and thoughts of lack and limitation, then that is all you're going to get. And it's, you know, it's a difficult cycle to break out of.
Wow. So in other words, you attract what you think about. Now,
yes, but I want to emphasize though, I'm sure everybody here has seen The Secret or read The Secret, and everyone's familiar with the law of attraction.
That's it. Now, everyone's go on.
Good. I was going to say the law of attraction is great, but the law of attraction is actually a secondary law. The primary law is the law of vibration, and that is what governs the law of attraction. So when The Secret came out, there's a lot of people going around who have become law of attraction experts who had never heard of the law of vibration. And you can't just tell people to think of something and then that will appear in your life. That is true, but you need to become the person that you want to be now. You need to put yourself in the vibration of what it is that you want to attract, and then everything that's in harmonious resonance with the vibration that you're in then starts to attract to you. It's not a simple case of just thinking it. You need to become that.
Wow. So now when we're talking about the law of vibration and faith, now when I talk, I create energy through my words. So in other words, my constantly repeating positive faith-filled words can give me what I want. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, 100%. They're affirmations, and but you're right. You breathe life into the words that you speak, and you give energy to those affirmations. But you really need to believe it, because you could sit there all day and say, "I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich." If you need to believe it. You need to embody that. Literally, it's not so much you attract what you think; it's you attract what you are. So if you're saying affirmations and then acting against them, then that's the contradiction, and you will attract the contradiction.
Oh my goodness, this is lovely. This is lovely. I love this, because what? So it's not just sitting down in one place and just keep talking and talking without putting action to it. I wrote a book titled Changing Hopeless Situations. Now, we use this book. I use this book every time. The reason why I use it is because it's full of affirmation. But when I take those affirmations, I make them personal to myself.
Yeah.
I wrote this book. It's on Amazon. Anyone can get it. No, I make them personal to myself. I want to live in what I say, not just saying it. I want to see myself in it. Because if I don't see myself in it, it's just like traffic lights. Go, come, go, come, go, come. Nothing is really happening until a force, the police guy come in and says, you know what? Stop. The car does not move in. The car have to stop. I love that. Now let's go to the next question. Problem or solution? Tell us about
problem or solution. This was a post I'd done about perception, which is one of the mental faculties. So the faculties are your higher senses, not seeing, smelling, taste, touch, or all the physical senses. These are the higher senses. Imagination, the will, reason. You've got memory, perception, and intuition. So this is the solutions or problems is about your perception. Everything that happens in life just is. It's not good. It's not bad. It's completely neutral. It just is. It's that simple. But we're conditioned to immediately assign whether something's good or bad, and that's why I say, if you're looking for the problems in life, not maybe actively seeking, but in your subconscious mind, you're driven to problems all the time, then that is what's going to keep on turning up in your life. But if you're actively seeking solutions, the problems just become stepping stones, because every single thing that happens, again, it's neutral until you assign what it is, good or bad. But there's lessons to be learned in every single thing. And, you know, some things are less desirable than others. Of course they are. But even the least desirable of all things, there is 100% some real good stuff to come out of that. But you need to be looking for it.
That's it. Wow. This is good. I love this. You know, and I hope the audience are getting so much, because there is power in our word. That's what one of the people wrote there, Inspirational by Marie. There's power in our words, you know, and what we focus on, we can get, but we have to always go for the solution. Overlook the problem, because sometimes in problems, there's a miracle or a testimony in it. But there's so much that we can gain. Well, I don't want us to stay so much there. There's another question. I'm just getting so much. You see, so many people have so many things going on in their lives. Tell us how to focus your energy on what you want out of life.
You ask yourself, what do you really want?
That's it.
And you take a pen, you take a piece of paper, and you write down what you want, and you write this down every single day. You write it out. You basically, you need to decide what it is that you want, okay? Because I'll tell you from experience, at one point a few years ago, I had 4 companies. And it might sound like a hypocrite because I have got 3 now, but I've managed to learn from those mistakes. There's no point having 4 or 5 things on the go if, number one, you're not passionate about them all. Number 2, if they're all just doing okay, you're better off just having 1 or 2 things that are excelling. And when you understand what you really want, you can look at these other things that you're doing in business or in life or in general, and you can think, right, this doesn't serve me. This can stop now. I don't need that. That's wasting my time. And basically everything that all of your commitments, all of your engagements, just think, once you've decided what it is that you want to do, what you really, really want, and don't be limited to if you think it's possible to do, set the biggest, baddest goals that you possibly can, even if they're crazy, even if there's no visible route to them, that they're better goals. You just need to decide what it is you want. And then you can start to eliminate all the things that don't get you there, because you can look at the things that are happening in your life and say, does this help me? Does this help move me towards my goal? If it doesn't, get rid of it. If it does, then keep at it.
Wow, that's good. I love the word you use there. There is no need to stay on that okay line. I call it the okay track. Some people are just there. Well, it's okay. I'm okay. Why don't you move on to the excellent track? So get good at what you do. Now, okay, what about if somebody look at themselves and say, you know what, everything I'm doing is bringing some money for me, but not that much. What should I do in this case?
Then it just comes down to deciding what you're truly passionate about, because this is a problem that I had. I had a few things that were all going, and they were all profitable to some degree. I had to let 2 of them go, which was hard because they weren't engagements that really, you know, made that fire inside me. You know, there was no passion with them. They were just commercial exercises that were bringing money. But money isn't the goal. Money is there to help you become comfortable. And the more money you earn, the greater impact you can have. Okay, money shouldn't be a goal. It's a resource to help you achieve your goal, but money itself is not a goal. And if that is your goal, then you're going to struggle, because you'll always be chasing it, no matter how hard you try. If the goal is impact, legacy, almost even, you know, genuinely helping people, then that is actually what brings the money. If you're following what you're passionate about, then you will make more money. But if you're doing something you're passionate about and 3 or 4 other things because you like the cash flow, then you will maybe not come unstuck, but you'll struggle more than you need to. Sometimes you need to let things go because they're not helping towards your main goal. And it has to be one main goal that you're working towards, the vision almost, and then a series of smaller goals that you can break down, reverse engineer, you know, from years to quarters to months to weeks to days, the stepping stones to help you get there. Because the vision itself needs to be so big and scary and exciting that you can't see a way to get there. If you can see a way to get there, then it's not a goal. You know, I could say I'm gonna my goal is to tie my shoelaces. I know how to do that. It's not a goal. Or my goal is to get to a certain place at a certain time. If there's no traffic, or if I've already filled up the car with petrol, then I can do it. That sort of thing. It needs to be something that's so big, exciting, and scary. You've got no idea how you're going to achieve it. It's not our job to know that. It's just our job to decide what it is we want, and then to have faith, to trust, and to put the work in, and then just have faith that the universe or God or whatever you want to call that source is going to help you to find your way.
Wow. This is just amazing. Money is not a goal, it's a source. But some people have made money a goal. They're pursuing money so much that it looks like, what, if I don't have this money now, it means I'm broke. But money is not a goal. It's just a source to where you want to get to. Now, look at this. You're managing quite a number of businesses. How do you cope?
Yeah, I've just recommended that people don't run lots of businesses. But this is, I mean, these are all things that I'm passionate about, and I've managed to automate them to some degree so that I don't have to spend my time, constantly working with all of them as such. It allows me to then focus on my main business, which is the marketing coaching, and they're all loosely related to marketing anyway. So it's they do help me towards my goal. The way I do this is just by blocking. Like I said, I had the vision. I know what it is that I'm looking for. At this moment in time, it's crazy to even think how it's going to happen, but that's so I don't. I just I have that faith. But then the goals are broken down. So I know what targets I need to hit for each year. I know what targets I need to hit for each quarter, for each month, for each week. And every night before I go to sleep, I write 6 things out that I need to do in the day, 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. And every day I wake up, I do them. I write them down the night before, I wake up and I do them. I never wake up and think, what should I do today? I get up and I know exactly what I'm doing. And that allows you to focus and move forward. And also, if you have got multiple things on the go, whether that's businesses or life or kids, whatever it is, everyone's busy. It's to block out chunks of the day, hour slots or half-hour slots, and just, really focus in that hour slot. It's called Pomodoro technique. Yeah. So if you can set a little timer and you've got 1 hour on this particular task, you're not on your phone, you're not doing other things. If something pops into your head, write it down, but continue with that task. And when the timer goes off, you stop the task, whether you finished or not. It trains your brain to focus, because your brain starts to learn that I've only got an hour for this, and you don't want to leave stuff half finished, but it sharpens you up and it allows you to move forward. So, and also lots of sacrifice at the moment, because, they're things that I want to do. They're moving me in the right direction. The vision is more beautiful than where I am currently. And, I won't stop until I've achieved that for me and my family and everybody that I have the pleasure to work with.
Perfect, man. This is good. This is good. You've said so many things today, Now, number one, your vision should be so big, bigger than you. If it's not bigger than you, then it's not a vision. It should be bigger than you, so that you think about how you're going to achieve it. Then the God and the faith that you have will be the one to lead you through. And then, one other thing, I know we worked together for about 3 years and about 4 months. I had about 4 or 5 notebooks filled out with to-do lists every day. Till now, I have what I'm going to do, so I don't get stressed. Any other thing comes in, it comes right in the bottom. It can help me manage my time, manage my mind, because we work as health and safety consultants, and we get so many projects going on. But the writing down makes us manage all the projects that we get. One other thing is this. Now, apart from you've got your own business, you're working for someone, you're being paid, you have your own business. Tell us about the benefit of having a passive income.
Of course. So if you've got the choice of employing a person who needs to eat and sleep and have breaks and stuff like that, or your own time, which again is limited, or you can employ money to work for you. And this is either through investment or through automating businesses. There's network marketing is another example of passive income. You do have to work very hard to set that up, but the money doesn't sleep. The money doesn't eat. The money is an obedient servant for you. And that's how it always has to be. Like, well, don't forget, you are the master and the money is the servant. Don't ever get that confused, because otherwise you're going to have a really tough time. The money can work for you. It hasn't got a rest. And if you've got it in the right places, or if you've got the right automation set up, or you've got assets that can, you know, work round the clock, for example, a video sales letter or something like that with a funnel, then that is going to generate a passive income. Because if you can do 8, 9, 10 hours a day, sometimes more, it's limited. You can only work that amount of time. But when you've got assets and when you've got money working for you passively, that is 24/7 around the clock. You know, you can wake up in the morning and see that your bank's made an extra £200 or even the tenner. It doesn't matter what it is. It's money that you didn't physically have to do. So you need to just leverage. You need to leverage your time, because, and one thing as well, nobody can manage time. You know, time can't be managed. It's you have to manage the activities that you do within that time to make sure you're getting the most out of what you're doing.
Perfect, man. This is good, man. You know, I wrote a book some years back. I wrote a book some years back on timing, and one of the things I said in the book is that you can't manage time. How are you going to manage time? It's 24 hours for everybody, both the rich, the poor, the sick, the lame. They've all got the same time, so it's the same time for everyone. So I don't. So when I hear that people are managing time, I always want to think about it. What exactly are you managing? Are you managing your activities, or you're managing your time? You can't manage the time. Everybody gets the same time. Now, you see,